Hello there, this is Steve Kaufman here. I'm going to start out my sound file as well. Hi, we're getting close to Christmas here. Although in Vancouver we don't get snow, at least not in the city. There's a great pile of snow up on Cypress Mountain behind us. But I just want to have a little chat here. I haven't done a podcast in a while at the Linguist on Language. I changed the look at the site. Want to make it more fun. I think language learning is about fun. And recently I posted some things about a little exchange I had with the American Center for Applied Linguistics. And so there's a lot of material there to read for people who want to read and follow this little exchange or work on their English or whatever. And I thought I would talk a little about it here. First of all, I think I should admit that I'm probably not a very nice person. Going to clean my glasses a bit here. I mean, at school, seems to me I was always out in the hall. I had trouble with teachers. Always had trouble with teachers. Had trouble with teachers. I'm just cleaning my glasses, that's what that noise is. Because I'm going to read. No, I had trouble with teachers when they want to teach things at you. They want you to conform to their way. They want the pleasure of feeling that they have pushed some knowledge at you. The best teachers are the ones that encourage you, that inspire you, that get on your side, that make things fun for you, that are enthusiastic. Those are the good teachers. But unfortunately, teachers, I don't know if it's the kind of person that goes into teaching, but they want to take what is basically a simple coaching situation and convert it into something where things get codified, learners get classified by type, by level, by this, and the more complicated the classification, the better. I mean, here in Canada we have a thing called the Canadian language benchmarks. It's got 12 complex levels that nobody can understand. I can't understand, I'm a native speaker. Obviously, beginner, intermediate, and advanced is to me good enough if you need to classify people. And I think a lot of this rubs off on the learners. They think they need to constantly be told whether they are upper intermediate or lower intermediate or this and that. And really it doesn't matter. How comfortable are you in the language? So a lot of this pedantry and over excessive complications, classification, I think is very destructive because it takes away from the fun of discovering the language. But getting back to my discussion with the American Center for Applied Linguistics, I had asked them, I have been participating on a forum for months and months and months, giving comments. As these teachers talk about what they should do in the class, should I have people read to each other or not read to each other? And of course, the idea, especially, they were talking about sort of non-English speakers who can hardly read in their own language. So getting these people to read in a classroom in front of others is something that I just do not understand. It must be extremely painful for the person forced to do it, and equally painful for the other people who have to listen to it. And of course not very beneficial to their language learning, in my opinion. And I personally feel that a system like LingQ, where they can go and on their own time, they can listen to their MP3 players over and over again, they can read on the computer, save words and phrases, build up the confidence to where they might be able to read. I think that's better. At any rate, I asked this American Council of Applied Linguistics to look at LingQ, and nothing happened for 2.5 months. So finally, I get a letter from a person there. Now, admittedly, we had an exchange because I was upset about their hypocritical anti-commercial bias, where they wouldn't let me mention the Linguist as a source of lots of, over 2,000 items of audio and text for people to use in their classrooms. It's free of charge, just go there and use it. No, can't mention that. But, so I get this letter, and this letter is, which I put up on my blog, it's so long-winded, so confusing. This writer, the doctor somebody or other, he begins by talking about these fine distinctions of where they get funding. He mentions names, OVAE. I mean, how am I supposed to know what OVAE is? And, as a matter of both academic definition and real-world difference, in brackets, the differences are significant, requiring very different approaches, just a whole lot of pedantry. And in the end, he obviously didn't look at LINC because he doesn't seem to understand what's there. He thinks it's got bilingual text, for example, which it doesn't have. And he basically says, you don't have, and this is basically to boil it all down into a nutshell. I won't read through this because it's so poorly written that this person, quite honestly, who wrote this letter, Dr. whatever his name is, I'm not going to say his name, I mean, he shouldn't be in the English language teaching business because he can't write English. And anyone who wants to read that text on my blog can look at it and see how confusing, how disjointed, how poorly written this letter is. Why is this man a doctor involved in language teaching? But my main peeve with these people comes down to 2 points. Number one, this we are not for profit, you are fee-based, you've got a personal interest, we don't. That is nonsense. The Center for Applied Linguistics is part of this whole cabal of people that are out there saying, 40% of the population can't read, it's costing the economy billions of dollars, it's a disaster, give us money. And people do. Hey, that sounds pretty bad. Lots of people can't read, so they collect billions of dollars. And of course, it's very fashionable. Starbucks and I don't know who else is all in this literacy thing. We're going to help poor people who can't read very well so they can read better and get a better job. Yeah, at a certain level. But the organizations like CAL, on their website, even the forums that they run, what is it for? It's to promote their name. Why do they want to promote their name? So that they can grow as an organization, so that they can get funding for their different activities. So their motivation is no different from the motivation of a private company that is offering a service. The difference is that their method of raising money and generating income is to lobby people, tell big stories. Whereas a private company, their method is to try to get users to see value in their product or their service. And that's the only difference. And so ultimately, something like this not-for-profit organization is paid for by the taxpayer, by the private sector, which pays taxes and whose employees pay taxes. Whereas a private company actually has to survive on their own. That's number one. And that is a major pet peeve with me. This whole anti-commercial, you mustn't mention this name or that name. Whereas if they have an opportunity to put a Coke machine in their school, Coke dispensing machine, to make money because they get 30%, in goes the Coke machine, and regardless of the effects on the health of their students. And the second peeve I have is, if you don't have a degree in language teaching, TESOL, whatever, and you can't talk about suprasegmentals and bilabial, nasal, alveolar, retroflex, stop, and all that other garbage, if you can't talk in their jargon, and if you don't have a degree in their pedantic discipline, they won't even look at you. And so that in the last 5 or 6 years in the development of LINC, every time we've tried to go to government to say, here's something that's good for immigrants, can't be that harmful, it's just listening and reading and learning words, and it's free. Can we do a pilot? No, you have to go to this established whatever thing and find out if it meets this criteria and that criteria, and do you have anyone on staff who has a degree in this, that, and the other, and so forth. I said, just try it on some people, see if they like it. We have lots of people around the world who are using it and like it. Why not try it with your group? Well, have you done your solid research? I say, do the research, just give it to them, it's free. So, 2 peeves. One, the anti-commercial bias. We live in a commercial world. We are not in a barter economy. It makes sense that agency or organization A provides a service that they get money for, and then they give that to their employees. Their employees go out and spend money on what they want to spend. It works very well. The money economy works very well. So don't constantly knock profit and money. And the parasitic sector of the economy, which is the not-for-profit government sector, should realize where their income comes from. And the second issue is, be a little more open-minded about different approaches, different solutions to problems. Recognize that most of the people who learn languages well do so on their own because they are motivated, because they will find resources wherever they are. Some of them may be happy in a classroom. A majority will do it in other ways, watching movies, reading books, you name it, making friends and so forth. So basically that's what was behind, the sort of accumulated years of frustration with the pedantic, protectionist education establishment is largely what was behind this exchange and I guess the sort of frustration that I felt and that I expressed. So there you have it. That's my little take, and I'm going to stop it right